Detroit is different here at Passport to Procurement by Detroit's essential event where we're talking about gateways for small businesses to get large-scale contracts, really getting the game nationally, internationally, even regionally. And it included a special fireside chat with Daymond John. Kevin Irwin the second was big in that because he actually held the fireside chat. So let's talk a little bit about that. What do you think someone like Daymond coming to the city of Detroit means for small businesses in Detroit?
Ask that question again.
What do you think someone like Daymond John coming to the city of Detroit means for small business owners in Detroit?
Well, one of the things that I think about immediately, I think about what Barack Obama meant to me when he was elected president. And it was a symbol of possibility. It was a symbol that it could happen. No matter how it happened, if you work hard enough, you can put yourself in a position to do something amazing. And I think when we look at small businesses and we look at Daymond John, he has that same symbol. You know, you're looking at a man who had to mortgage the crib, came from Hollis, Queens, during a crack epidemic, and he's made himself into be the Daymond John that we know today. So for individuals who are coming from similar backgrounds in a similar community, you know, barriers to entry, whatever is stopping you from moving forward, you know, you can see someone who didn't allow anything to stop him, didn't allow excuses or reasons why he couldn't succeed to be the reason why he didn't succeed. So I think for everybody here, to have someone to look at, someone who has a proven track record, someone who looks like you, may have experienced similar things that you've experienced growing up, I think it's phenomenal. It's an example that you can do it too if you put in the work.
Doing it too and putting in the work, that's definitely that combination, that grind, as I call it. And he spoke some on the grind, and you definitely had an engaging discussion because it ran overtime in connecting and everything. No, that was a good thing. I think the audience enjoyed it, boisterous applause and everything. And with that, what were you hoping that the audience pulled from that discussion and you hosting it?
Well, I think oftentimes when you see a figure as known as a Daymond John, I didn't want to give an interview that you can just pull on YouTube. Daymond has talked to thousands of people. He's been on thousands of stages, thousands of podcasts, thousands of interviews, and people probably ask the same questions. I didn't want the audience to come to an event and leave with information that they could have got sitting on their couch. So I asked questions from the standpoint of, what do I want to know? What am I interested in? What intrigues me? And I think that some people in the audience have the same perspective that I do. Also understanding that many people here, this is the Passport to Procurement. There's a name of the event. So there are people who are in the audience that are here for a specific reason. They want to know, answers to certain questions that maybe I'm not interested in because maybe that isn't my particular field. But what I try to do is mix it. You know, not only what do I want to know, but what is the purpose of the event? And try to find a way to make sure that Daymond feels comfortable in a space to give answers. Make sure that he feels comfortable in a space to give himself and not just who we present ourselves to be, but who we really are behind closed doors. And that was one of the things that I wanted him to do also, was to allow people to see him as a person and not as Daymond John on Shark Tank. People probably look at Daymond as, $40 to $6 billion. They probably look at him like a headline. And so often, we read headlines without reading the story. And there is a lot in that story. And I think the only way that you're able to get that story is really speaking to the author. And Daymond is the author. So, let's talk to Daymond about Daymond and not just about the Shark Tank and the People's Shark. So hopefully people walked away with business knowledge. Hopefully they walked away with some actionable items. Hopefully we took the $6 billion sales and brought it down to a penny that people can just quickly pick up and implement in their life. And also some life lessons, because it's not always just about business, Life is a 24-hour thing.
All right, and last question I got for you. What do you see that's next? Let me hit you with a curveball.
For
What
me?
do you see what's next for you included? But this event, what do you see growing from this? From this energy of Daymond being here, BuyDetroit expanding, this conversation, as you said, the people picking up those gems in that conversation. What would you like to see next?
Action. You know, I think a lot of times we talk about motivation and I get hyped for a moment and then what happens? Like after I know we had Herm in here, right? Herm just doesn't have yards. He has yak. He has yards after the catch. Once you get the ball, you're expected to do something with it. So hopefully now that people have attended this conference and they've received the ball, go do something with it. You know, there are a lot of amazingly talented and gifted people who are walking through these halls. And hopefully they're speaking to one another. Hopefully we understand that as an entrepreneur, yes, I have to do everything, but I really don't. There are a lot of talented, inspiring, motivating people, skilled professionals that are around me that can help me move forward in the things that I want to do. And how can we partner together to make both of our dreams come true and impact the community that we live in? I think having someone like Daymond here provides a different spotlight on BuyDetroit. I think the level of speaker, the level of clientele, the amount of attendees, everything should be at a higher level and continue to expand the next time that this happens. And I'm just so blessed, so honored, so grateful to be a part of it. And hopefully I'm back again next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.